get the brand new limited edition Pals Holiday Package available at thepalsmerch.com. Hello guys, my name is Sub-Zero-Exabyte and I'm having a fantastic day. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as well, and if not yet, hope you are going to have a fantastic day. But I think I know a certain way how I can make your day fantastic, and that is what we are going to do right now. Because we are going to make some cakes today, but not just normal cakes, no, we are going to make special cakes that are going to have special effects. So let's get into this. Oh yay, by the way, Chip is here as well, so if something goes wrong we will have backup. But wait, if I am in a dream then I am going to pinch myself really hard. But I already tried to do that, but it doesn't work. I am not waking up, so this must be real, which is almost unbelievable. Like, have you already put an eye to those island over there to like the east? Well, you really missed out if you didn't, because it looks amazing to me and I think it looks amazing to you guys as well. It is kind of a bummer that these chickens don't have something that makes them like more beautiful. But that is okay. They would probably look really scary when you try to make them more realistic, and I don't think that is something you would want. And then the Kentucky Fried Chicken's boss, the Colonel, would really be bummed out if all the people on this world would be afraid of chickens just because they look scary, and that would not be fun for the Colonel. And also, it would suck for us, because I think that we can all agree that chicken tastes like heaven, just as these graphics are looking like heaven. This is just PC Master Race, or what are they talking about? But we now need some tools to see how fire looks, just like the great one, the legend, the meme, SpongeBob did once when he made fire underwater with his best friend Patrick. Patrick is actually a really great guy. Have any of you seen that one picture that Patrick and SpongeBob have been made realistically? Well, if you have not, then be glad, because it is really disturbing and it kind of ruined my entire vision to whenever I watch SpongeBob again. But it is time for the fire. I like fire and fire is good. But first we need some more chair looking things so you can really chill and just be warm, which is probably not needed to wherever you guys live, because I am pretty sure that almost on the entire planet the weather is crazy hot. And that is something that is really not nice. It is either too hot or it is like too cold. Why can't it just be in between, and then it would always be nice weather and it would just be enjoyable? But the sun in Minecraft is hiding behind the clouds, and the fire actually does not really look like the way I thought it was going to look like. But it still looks pretty darn beautiful, and props to the guy that made these shaders, or the people that did this. It is really amazing to how you can make such a game as this into this of a nice graphics. I really didn't think that it was possible that this blocky game motion would look better as in some other games. Like, it is just so nice, and I think that this water is just not too rough, because in some games you have like a lot of waves and it just looks too fake. It is kind of still here, but that is okay. But it is better than some AAA games and it just literally looks nice. The blocks are kind of disappointing, but that is like normal, because they can't make like square blocks into something that would look like really nice, because that is mad impossible. But they could have at least tried or something, yeah. But they probably did, and they saw that it didn't really work out, because that just can't be. But this really looks beautiful and stuff. I have probably said that a couple of times, but that is okay, because it really is this beautiful. And also, when we were still on the island with the fire, that was really nice with the fire that I already mentioned, but that was nice. Out here it is kind of cold and I don't know what to do, but it really feels like I am dreaming. Like, this is unreal. Look at the shadows as well. They look mad good. The caves are just kind of normal, but they could make everything realistic. Well, they could, but they didn't. But the water compensates for that, and the water is really good, so I don't think that any other biome would look better than like the water. But talking about dreaming, I had this crazy dream yesterday, and I am not sure if it was actually yesterday, but I had this crazy dream where I was just at my house, yeah. And like, this huge bird came to my house and I kinda befriended it, and that was all nice and stuff. And it was like cool, because the people that I lived with were cool with me having a bird as a friend that would basically just live with me and the group, and we were having some good times and stuff. But then one day this guy came over, which I didn't really like, but my friends liked that guy, and then all of a sudden this bird that I befriended, that I didn't even give a name. Wait, hold up, let's call him something along the lines of like Harold or something. Yeah, from now on it is Harold the bird, and he was a darn cool bird. But anyways, wait, hold up, I have to mention how good the lighting from a torch looks, and when you swing your sword, the thing that comes after the sword, that looks really nice. Wait, where was I with my bird story? I am not even sure anymore. Wait, yeah, what am I talking about? Well, anyways, you might have forgotten where we were. Let me continue. So, This guy came over which my friend liked, but I didn't really like him, and my friend knew that I didn't like him. I wasn't like rude to him ever in my life, but I think he did have that feeling that I didn't really like him. And all of a sudden we were sitting in my yard and we were having a good time, and like after an hour I started to get pretty angry thanks to that guy, but I kept my anger in me and I just basically did as if everything was normal. But then when he said something, I can't even remember what, but he said something that was like super cringe and I already didn't like him, so it was just something that I wanted to punch him for. But luckily, I didn't have to, because all of a sudden my bird named Harold came out of the chimney where he lived and he just took off right to that guy his face and just lifted him up with his strong Harold paws. If the feet from a bird are called paws, or are those considered claws? I don't know, but I think those are claws, so let's just keep it at claws. But anyways, he lifted the guy up, which I didn't like, and he presumably didn't like him either, so he just lifted him up and he flew away. I didn't see Harold for 2 entire days and I don't know where that guy went. Maybe he took him to Mexico or something like overseas, and then he just kind of dropped the guy there and he was now officially a Mexican, and it would become really hard for him to become a United States citizen or something like that. I don't really know what he would do afterwards. But the weird part of that all was like, well, that was pretty weird as well. You don't see a bird lifting a human like daily or something. But the crazy part was that we all just looked at the bird and we didn't really care. It was like it was normal and Harold was basically just a kidnapping bird. And we all just stood there next to the table. We were watching for a couple of seconds, and when we couldn't see the bird anymore, which name is Harold, we all just continued with what we were doing and we just ignored that something like that crazy thing just happened, and it was even like it literally no one cared about that annoying guy. But then like I went on a cruise with those people that I also shared that moment with, and it was like it was a normal thing for us. But we just kind of chilled at the cruise ship and we were enjoying ourselves, and like we were at this cruise and it was a dead end and no one cared because we all got out, and all of a sudden we were on a beach and the beach was nice and it was really warm there and it was kind of a nice temperature. It was warm but not too warm. You probably know what I am talking about. Sometimes you feel like you are melting, and that could be nice if you have some water to jump in, but we didn't have any swimming place in the area, only like really poopy swimming pools, and those are all not nice, and it was just chill because someone had a swimming pool in their backyard and that thing was amazing. Wait, no, I was talking about some dream. Well, no, I won't talk about that again, and I am going to talk about the weather right now. But wait, let me know down below what the hottest temperature of today where all of you guys live at. And maybe it was really nice weather today, but I am pretty sure that over the entire world that there is like more than 80 degrees and like 30 for the European guys or those guys that have the Celsius, and I rate you guys for that. But it is like warm wherever you are, and I am really craving for a donut right now. I am not entirely sure why, but I really want a donut right now. And that would be amazing if something like that would happen, and if like someone would bring me a donut right now. That would be really kind of you, and I would befriend you and I would add you in my phone and I would call you donut friend, and we would get donuts all the time at some shop that would be near our houses, and we would always sit on a bench outside of that store, and not like next to the store but a couple of 100 feet away from the shop. So we have to not forget to do the top of my head because that is where most of my hair is at, but I guess you wouldn't really see it, so it wouldn't really matter that much. But just to make it a bit more of a realistic piece of art, we are going to place hair here, which is just fantastic. But what is coming next is the arms, and then I am going to have to accept that I don't really am the type of guy that goes to the gym. But I guess that is okay, and we are just going to chill and all that, and we will just have a good time. But we have the hair pretty much accurate right now, and I think that I just look fantastic. But I guess now the time has come that we really need to make our arms. So let's just go ahead and begin with the beginning, which are the shoulders. And I am not really sure how these things work, but I guess that it is just going to be a bit like this, and then just my arm and all that, and it will just look great. And it looks quite alright just like this. It wasn't really that hard, to be honest. It was just a bit of work to do the arms, but I think that we look fantastic. We have a really big version of me right now, and we have put quite some time in that. But now the a bit harder one is going to come in, because now I am going to build Dennis, and I can just press a button to see what he looks like because I am not Dennis. So that is going to be quite hard, but I guess that it is going to be alright, and that we are just going to make him out of our heads. And it can't really be that hard. I don't believe so. Let's just go ahead and take all of the stuff, and we got all of the stuff, so we're just going to build him next to me, and then it will be green and blue next to each other. I don't really know another duo that is blue and green, but I guess that me and Dennis are a pretty great duo, so that is alright. And we are just going to have some fun and all of that, and it is just going to look fantastic when it is done, because I am just going to remember him from my head, and I am not really sure how that is going down then. But I guess it will be alright and all of that. But we already are making his legs and his pants, or however you want to call it, and it looks quite alright at the moment. We are just going to make his kind of black jeans so he will look great. I still really have the struggle to see what is really dark gray or really dark blue and then next to it black. It just looks the same to me, but this blue color is just amazing, and I can quite clearly see that this is blue and not some other color, so that is pretty much fantastic. But we have the outer line of his torso pretty much done, and I think that it is just mainly blue with a couple of things that aren't blue. But the thing that I would like to make next to Dennis is some kind of cat, but I know that I am not going to do a great job on that, so let's just not do that, because all of you are going to laugh at my creation then, and that is not what I want, because I actually like cats. And if I would make some kind of cat that looks like a poop, that would not really be great for my image, would it? No, I don't really believe so. But we have got the torso almost done in just a couple blocks, and we are pretty much done, and now we can start with the shoulders so we don't make the same mistake we made last time, because there wasn't really a great mistake. It was just a dumb mistake by me, and I should have counted the shoulders with my body width, but I didn't, so I got a really small head. But it would be pretty funny if I didn't realize and just kept on building, and then the proportions would be all off, and that would just not be nice. So let's just not do that, and we are just going to have a wonderful build with Dennis. He is quite simple to make, if I have to be honest. The man is just basically all blue and stuff, so that is really easy. But I am doing this without any help, so I know a couple of spots where I need to put stuff, but I can't remember his skin really good, so pardon me if I make a lot of mistakes or anything like that. But I mean, I made myself with looking at a walking example, and we still managed to fudge that up, so that is not really that great. But Dennis is looking wonderful, and I am sure that his face is not going to be ugly, because he is one handsome man, and we are just going to keep it like that. So in advance, Dennis, if I do make mistakes in your head, just remember that I like you very much, and it was not my intention to do this, so please forgive me if I do something wrong, because it would just be an honest mistake. But we are doing the same technique as we did on my head, but then a bit advanced. We made our head just purely out of pink skin, but right now we are going to change that up a bit, and we are just doing the hair thing in advance, so we don't have to delete any skin where we need to put hair. Was that clear? I am not sure, but I guess that you guys are just going to see what I mean, and it is just basically what I am doing right now, and that is just not messing up his entire head. So we have done quite a good job at that so far, so that is just fantastic, isn't it? But he is looking quite alright, if I may say that, and we are just finishing up, and it looks really great. Yeah, I think that he looks even better than I am looking right next to him. But I guess that Dennis is just a great guy, so he just deserves it and all of that, so that is just alright in it. But he now has some hair, which looks really great as well, so that is something that was missing though, but now not anymore, so that is just fantastic. But he has a lot of hair coming in, and he needs even more because his side head isn't bald. It now looks a bit like he has a unibrow, but I guess that it is okay like this because it looks great overall, if I may say so myself, as I already said a couple of times. So now me and Dennis are done, and I think that I made Dennis just a bit too blue, so let's go ahead and fix that for a bit, shall we? Or we just don't do that, and that would also look fantastic. But we do need some stuff that is in his t-shirt, because otherwise it would just look weird. And this looks quite alright at the moment, and we just need to add a couple of more things, and then it just looks perfect. Yeah, it looks alright like this. Only the thing about him that I don't like is that it looks like he is wearing a blue overall, which isn't the case. So let's fix that for a bit as far as we can. But like this, it already looks a bit better, and now the thing is in, and it looks great. Only now we need to add in some more details to the thing, and then it just looks alright. It kind of looks like a rat like this, but it actually isn't a rat or a mouse, so don't even worry about that. See, it is already kind of fixed just like that, and now it looks really great on him, but it looks like he doesn't have a chin, so now he kind of has, so that looks better than just having a huge gap up there, which isn't really something you would want in your chin, because you need to breathe through there, and if you can't breathe then that would not really be great. But now he can, and I think that he is even smiling for a bit at me. No, I am just kidding, it is just wool so it can smile. But just for the sake, if you guys don't know who is who, I am going to place a sign so you guys won't forget, I guess. And now you can kind of see that I am Sub and that Dennis is Dennis, I guess. But I am the green dude, so just remember that. Yes guys, remembering is a real strong point.